Disadvantages of cryptocurrency. We know that investments in these currencies have provided unprecedented returns. Many experts are attributing it to the number of advantages that cryptocurrencies have to offer. However, it needs to be understood that cryptocurrencies are still a nascent technology. Hence, there are still many significant disadvantages to investing in cryptocurrencies. In this article, we will provide an overview of the various disadvantages. It needs to be understood that each of these disadvantages needs to be explained in significant detail, which will be done later in the module. This article is just providing a checklist that can be used for ready reference. In regulated markets. Firstly, the biggest advantage of cryptocurrencies is that they can function without the existence of a central bank that coordinates their activities. However, this is also the biggest disadvantage of these investments. Firstly, since there is no central bank or exchange which mediates all transactions, most of them are irreversible. Secondly, since there is no centralized party or government which enforces its value. The value of the coin is purely determined by the value which peers investors place on it. Hence, if the investing community were to lose interest in a particular cryptocurrency because of a security incident, the units of that currency could become worthless overnight. Volatile. Cryptocurrencies have still come a long way as compared to the past. However, they are still a very nascent technology. This means that the markets are still extremely volatile. It is common for cryptocurrencies to double in value in a matter of months. It is also common for cryptocurrencies to halve in value within the same period of time. Hence, for the moment, cryptocurrencies are used by investors who are not afraid of speculation or volatility. Investors who are looking for a stable source of value for their investments continue to steer clear of the cryptocurrency markets. Data loss. The money invested in cryptocurrencies is held in digital wallets which are protected by digital passwords. If the owner deletes these passwords and is not able to recover them on his own, there is a big possibility that the money locked in the digital wallet may become inaccessible to them. Legal hassles. The problem with cryptocurrencies is that they are completely anonymous. As a result, they are widely used by crime syndicates and other people indulging in unlawful activities. Since cryptocurrencies are not regulated by the government, criminals find this to be the best way to launder their money. As an investor, this can be problematic. Since the market is completely anonymous, it is possible that investors could be aiding and abetting such money laundering activities without having any knowledge of the same. It is possible that investors might end up in a legal quagmire simply because they traded cryptocurrencies. In order to avoid such problems, many investors avoid investing in cryptocurrencies altogether. Apart from the issues mentioned above, many countries have made issuing and accepting cryptocurrencies an illegal activity. If investors trade these currencies despite the ban, then too, they are involved in illegal activities and could face legal repercussions. Tax hassles. Since cryptocurrencies are relatively new, there is still a lack of clarity about how the gains from these investments need to be taxed. Since the rules are not completely clear, most countries in the world do not have tax gains from cryptocurrencies mentioned in their tax code. Even though this mention has not been explicitly done, investors are supposed to mention the income and pay taxes on them. Since governments do not have a strong mechanism to determine the exact income from cryptocurrencies, some investors have tried to avoid paying taxes on them. This has landed them in trouble with the tax authorities. In many cases, investors genuinely wanted to pay their dues. However, due to the confusion about the exact nature of tax that needs to be applied to cryptocurrencies, they have been unable to do so. Hence, paying taxes on cryptocurrencies is also a complex task that requires significant transaction costs. Data theft. The overall system which manages the entire cryptocurrencies network is quite safe. Hackers cannot really enter these blockchain networks or take control of them. On the other hand, hackers can and do hack into individual accounts. A lot of the time, they use techniques such as phishing and social engineering. This means that instead of hacking into the system, they actually trick the investor and obtain the password voluntarily. 1. Cryptocurrencies do not generate cash flow. Traditional investors consider a cash outflow to be an investment if it generated future cash inflows without the need to sell the asset. For instance, if a person buys a home, they can generate cash flow in the form of rent without having to sell the underlying asset. Similarly, if an investor buys equity shares in the business, those shares generate cash flow in the form of dividends. However, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, there is no cash flow which is generated. The only gain that the investor hopes to make is if they find someone who is willing to pay a higher price for the currency on the market. This makes cryptocurrency investors vulnerable to the whims of the marketplace. The lack of periodic cash flows makes cryptocurrencies inherently speculative. Most people who hold these currencies are speculators hoping to make a quick buck. Hence, according to orthodox investors, buying into cryptocurrencies is like buying into the greater fool theory. The only possible way to make money is to convince someone to buy the same asset at a greater price. 2. Cryptocurrencies are not backed by tangible assets. Most orthodox investors believe that cryptocurrencies do not make good investments. However, a large portion of them also believes that cryptocurrencies do not make good currencies either. This is because, in order for currencies to be effective, they should have some underlying value. Traditional currencies such as gold and silver had value because they were considered to be precious metals and emerged as currencies in almost all parts of the world. On the other hand, fiat currencies derive their value from the power of the government. It is illegal to not accept these currencies in the country where they are issued. However, there is no tangible asset or government decree which assures the value of cryptocurrencies. 3. Cryptocurrencies are prone to hoarding. Another reason why cryptocurrencies are not considered to be good examples of currency is that they are prone to hoarding. The job of a currency is to stay in circulation. Currencies enable the transaction of other goods and services. However, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, investors want to hoard large amounts of them. This is because they believe that these currencies will increase in value over a period of time. If an investor believes that their currency will triple in value in a couple of years, they are unlikely to spend it. Hence, it would be wrong to state that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the future. The way they are currently used hints at the fact that they are being used as speculative financial instruments. 4. Cryptocurrencies are not stable. All currencies fluctuate in value. This is because the amount of money in circulation keeps increasing or decreasing in comparison to the assets in the economy. On average, the United States dollar loses about 2% of its value each year because of inflation. This is normal for currencies. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.